The one card people are forgetting about post-rotation is actually really powerful. What was that? What was that? What was that intro? That was absolutely atrocious. We're gonna roll with it. Okay, it's Zoroark VSTAR for crying out loud. Before we begin, I'd like to thank the sponsor of the channel, PDCGO Store, where you can buy codes with 5% off using the discount code FTW. It's a way to support the channel whilst getting something in return, so why not? Now, with that said, let's get going. And I don't mean in the traditional sense. I decided to take a deck that is doing well post-rotation and just replace its main attacker with Zoroark. And that deck is Arceus Gallade. We're replacing that with the Zoroark and throwing a Zoroark archetype into a Gallade engine, which is very strange. However, it works surprisingly well. So we all know what Zoroark does. It has that ticking curse, not tickling curse, you frauds. It is 50 damage for each of your Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. And of course, that Phantom V-Star power to just allow you to discard and draw 7 cards. So the idea is just to get all of your Pokemon with damage counters on them. Now, this is still able to do that even though you're trying to build up a board state in the early game and may not have the likes of Gapejaw Bog available. But let's say, all right, you get a few Pokemon down, Gapejaw Bog hasn't come out to play. What you can effectively do is get up to a few Kirlia, discard some Gengars, and as long as you use your bench very carefully, you can bring Gengars into play and start using Damage Pump. On top of that, considering the format does slow down, there is definitely an argument to be made for this kind of deck. What exactly are we playing in this deck then to help facilitate this kind of deck? So we all know this Gallade archetype, it really focuses on this Gallade's Buddy Catch ability. Once during your turn, you may search for a deck for a supporter card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. And then you can choose a myriad of supporters. So we have Cheren's Care in here, just like the Arceus. We even have a Cyllene to recover some resources if necessary. We have Judges for hand disruption, Research for just straight draw, Roxanne again for hand disruption, Boss and Serena for the likes of Gust. And considering that we have this Buddy Catch ability, we don't need to play 4-ofs in a lot of the supporter cards, as long as we have a decent amount of choices and like a Pal Pad in there to help deal with that. We have a lot of search cards. Yes, I am playing for Capturing Aroma. I would obviously play Nest Ball in its place, but you know what? We're gonna give this a whirl and just see how it goes. I could have played Battle VIP Pass, but I want to be different. I want to have fun. So we're gonna play Capturing Aroma and see if we get good luck on the coin flips. If not, hey ho, it's my decision. At the end of the day, it will be my own loss. We have Radiant Hawlucha in here to deal with some damage output because we are only playing double turbo energy, which is the biggest risk factor in this deck. I actually tried to play a couple Psychic to allow Swirling Slice to come into play, but there's so many times where I weren't using it and so many times where I actually wanted to keep this Gallade alive and not in the active. But if we do need to use a single prize, if we do have this Gallade, the Dynablade Gallade, I just wanted to explore it to see how it fares. So do you know what? Enough waffling. Let's get into some games. All right, here we go. Oh no, guys, Elo. Where is Elo gone? Is it because I got muted? The game's like, do you know what? You're at the bottom of the barrel now, Shawnee boy. Is that what it is? You trying to shut me down? Hey, trying to shut me down, Pokemon? Is that what's going on? I'm still muted, look. See? So I figured out what it was. A fan of mine was messaging me, and I do like message fans from time to time in PDCGO. You know, they'll drop me a message saying like, you know, huge fan and stuff like that. And I'll just say thank you and all that kind of stuff. Someone asked me that I check out their Twitch. They said they stream and said it would be cool if I pop through. And I was like, you know what, I'll be nice, yeah. And I said, what's your Twitch? So me saying, what's your Twitch, which is a social media platform, may have just triggered that. So I think I've just been absolutely blacklisted on PDCGO for something I didn't even mean to do wrong. It's funny when you think about it in the long run. Anyway, let's just keep moving. I'll just keep being sad about it. Right, a bit of a shame that I have to get rid of this Gallade here, but that turn 1 Gapejaw's nice. The fact that I was able to do that. We have, let's do the Aroma. Go on, let's go for it. A Tails, all right, yeah, sure thing. See, the deck can set up, the deck can do, you know? That's what I mean, man, that's what I mean. If I just get Zoroark VSTAR out, it's pretty much a wrap. So let's see what we can do. I want to save that bench spot. Okay, no Zoroark VSTAR, which sucks. So there's a Void Return. You survived this round, my friend, but I wouldn't try and think so. I don't know what I'm saying there. Don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry about that. I have no idea what I'm saying. Absolute nonsense, aren't I? But it's good to see the deck actually set up really comfortably. That was a good turn, though. That was a really good turn. We've won. we have one. This is the thing where, you know, they're matching me up against decks that I shouldn't be. Yeah, I should be higher up, people. And I'm not saying that out of arrogance. I'm saying that out of fact. Yeah, look at me. I'm just going to insta-win here. Insta-win. Shoot me up the ladder, my friend. Right up top there. So look, the deck's set up. What was that? Turn 3? Could have been turn 2. 280 damage with a very well-established board state. That's what we're looking for. Right, Pokemon, this is the time I ask you to read my deck list and give me a fairer matchup for my opponents. See, look, I'm limited on time, so I kind of have to include this stuff. So this is going to be more premise talk, I guess, than anything else. So more theory crafting than actual gameplay, which I apologize for, but Pokemon has just tanked my elo, like in the worst I think I've ever seen it in my life. Now that I really deep it, which means I'm gonna get a lot of insta wins, which isn't the best to watch. But what can I do? So look, you get Kirlia out, then you can actually use refinement to get rid of Gengar, which is really comfortable. I really like that. There's damage pump. What I can do, let's take it one step further. Get rid of these two. And I'll get a Gengar, but not for this turn. Actually, I could do it this turn, actually. Let's Level Ball Gate quickly, right? Here's what I'm thinking. Right, so we get that down. Then we move the damage across. I should have done that from the Zoroark, actually, now that I think about it. We can go Ultra Balls, get another Curly. I think I can evolve this Curly this turn, right? I can. And then I've got my V-Star power. Right, again, perfect setups. This would be turn 2 for us yet again. We have another scenario like that. And we can just get our other Gengar out. And we have pretty much, we're not hitting that 280 granted, but we are pretty darn close. Right, we're hitting, what is it? Was it now? 250? Well, now it's 280 guaranteed, right? Move that off here, onto this. There you go. Yet again, another, what was that, turn 2? 280 damage, plus a setup board that can allow us to dig very far into our deck. See, instant scoop, beautiful stuff. So the theory's standing true. I'm liking it. Now, the one thing that, guys, I promise you, I'm winning games and they're not giving me anything. All the games you've seen so far have just been matchups in a row, right? I'm not playing about it. I'm not choosing these terrible games, I promise you. I genuinely am being given these games by PTCGO now for some reason. As I said, it could be a blend of ELO plus everyone not playing PTCGO anymore. You know, that's my genuine guess at the end of the day. Because, you know, I can't decide who I go against. I just get given who I get given at the end of the day. Let's go for Avoid Return and then just retreat. Yeah, so a couple of issues with this deck, I guess you could say, compared to something like Arceus Gallade. Arceus Gallade relies on, doesn't rely, but has access to Paths to the Peak, which is massive. Now, it's massive because it shuts down the likes of Miraidons, although Miraidon's not looking too great. Shuts down Gardevoir, although Gardevoir's not looking incredible. The best-looking decks post-rotation are looking to be like, if I'm correct, primarily Lost Box. What else is doing well in Japan? Isn't there? I don't know. I'm a bit spaced out right now. Quickly. I guess we'll put this down. I'm just going to go for our V-Star power. Screw it. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. So, but anyway, Path to the Peak is still very strong post rotation, and Arc Gallade has that access to it, which is really cool. We do not, however. And also, we need to find a way to retreat here. We do need to find our retreat outs. So, let's Aroma quickly. So it's Tails, that's fine, I guess. Right, so we've only got the one switch available, prize the other. I guess we can thin out a bit and just go and get Manaphy. And maybe I just like hardcore just level damage pump quickly just to give access to higher damage output. I think I just researched the hand, bro. I think I just chuck the thing away. Just get rid of it. Get complete. Okay, all of the damage stuff coming out all of a sudden. All right, then chill out, mate. Jesus. We only need one Gapejaw here. We don't need a Choice Belt, obviously. We're gonna get our Kirlia and just start digging a little bit. I think could get Gengar out. This is a bit silly, but I'm gonna go for it We're going to Ultra Ball away and get... Look, I don't think we're going to need to hit incredible damage output, okay? Look what we're up against, all right? You know, I think it's right that I just get myself... I can't... Go away. How do I get rid of that? Okay, just get myself another Kirlia. Just get rid of the damage pump, bro. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. It's just a matter of when instead of a matter of if, you know? We'll get rid of Judge and then just grab... nothing else. That's fine. If this goes down, it goes down. It's not the end of the world. We'll just come in and start swinging. All right, there's a pass. Yeah, so Arceus obviously has Path to the Peak. Arceus has Starbirth, which is more consistent than Phantom Star, right? Because it guarantees any 2 cards, which is perfect for like setup decks that require combos, especially a deck that is very similar to what you could even regard to as like Zoroark GX-esque build, right? Where it was just build massive hands, hit massive combos. This deck kind of favors that strategy, which only really works. Screw it, we're going to use this to retreat because we need to pick up the pace. Yeah, only really works if... let's just Cyllene. Screw it. Let's see if we put... Okay, we don't. I would recommend 2 Cyllene in this deck, by the way. If you're going solo turbo, because that's kind of, yeah, an important thing. But, yeah, so that Zoroark GX style archetype. For those who don't remember Zoroark GX, it's very similar. Zoroark had the, funnily enough, I'm playing Zoroark, had a double colorless attack called Riotous Beating, which did 20 for all of your Pokemon in play on your side of the field, I think. So it maxed at 120, which was good, which was 2-hit KO range at that time. And then just built massive hands because it had trade, which is the same as refinement, discard, draw 2. So it'd have crazy things like Puzzle of Time, which I think if you play 2, you can get cards from the discard pile straight into the hand. And just like wacky stuff like that available. You had Special Charge, I think, as well to recover turbos and stuff. And it was very focused on building a very well-established board and just oppressing slowly as it grows, right? So it favored the... We'll keep going into it in the next game. I did say it favored from... I was going to say it favored from the slower metagame, but it benefited from the slower metagame because it has the time to build up big hands and deal with things. And often was comboed with things like Lysopod and Lycanroc. Lycanroc had the same ability as... Umbreon VMAX has today, which is just automatic gust, had an incredibly powerful GX attack, which is basically a V-Star power, but only as an attack, which was like 50 damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Yeah, it heavily benefits. I remember one time, this is when I was getting into the PC, just in general, into the Pokemon TCG, competitively. I remember dropping my son to school and then watching, I think it was Omnipoke at this time, on the way back from obviously dropping him off. And he was talking about how Zoroark was like 80% of the meta share. I think I did exaggerate that number, I can't lie. But, you know, just something like that. Like Zoroark was broken. All because of that slower format, right? Which we're kind of going slowly towards. So you're going to see decks like this Gallade engine pop up and start to really show some power. Because... it's very similar to that Zoroark engine. So I wanted something with that engine, but on a Pokemon that can one-hit KO, and that's what Zoroark is, right? It's low maintenance to get going, in regards to its attack cost, and it can hit incredible damage. In a slower format, combine that with a setup, slowly building combo-heavy type deck, you can get some crazy stuff. This is just concept. You know, I'd love to go for like some crazy type 2-offs and stuff. I don't know if I think like cross switches and stuff like that would be really cool to see how it goes. But again, I just, you know, it's all just theory crafting at the end of the day on my part. It's fun, really fun to kind of explore this. That's for sure. Might see a VMAX here, so Hawlucha may actually be relevant. So I'm just going to plant this down and just go for a swing. Yeah, so that's kind of why I wanted to partner up. I said this reminds me very much of a Zoroark GX deck, but with one-hit KO potential. And if the format slows down to a point, although that said, we'll have to see what comes out during this rotation era. If you were to ask my opinion though, I honestly think that the format won't slow down fully to the point in which it's like that GX era, which by the way, although Zoroark was incredibly dominant, I think the pacing of that era was incredibly, was wonderful, right? It had great comeback potential, which we're obviously seeing now with Iono. Iono, I think it's Iono. Yeah, we're seeing that with Iono. It sounds like you're saying, I don't know. I don't know. You know, it seems like the Pokemon slowly pushing us back into that direction, which is exactly what we want. Trust me, we want it. It's beautiful. The games are longer, much more strategic, really nice, just nice and tempoed in a way that was ruined by tag teams, ruined by VMAXs, and this heavy pace system that we're in right now that would prevent these kinds of decks from doing so well. And yeah, so as I was saying anyway, we're slowly moving into that kind of thing. I don't think we're going to get there fully until Vs fully rotate out. It's clear from the cards that are being printed in the Scarlet and Violet base set and the EXs coming forth that we are definitely going towards that slower paced format. The big one at KOers are going to likely be the basic Pokemon that are easy to KO. Look at that. I don't know the names of these cards nowadays, but you know how Rain Dance was reprinted? With that, I don't know the names of these Pokemon. I really don't. We've won again, of course. I hope you're paying attention to the concept of the deck here, because that's what it's about. I know the games are trash, but I can't force my opponent. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Please, good opponent. Okay. No. I promise you, I'm on a 4-win streak now. These are all games in a row. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Pokemon has just thrown me in the bin. Absolutely thrown me in the bin. I might have to migrate just to be able to match up against good decks. Oh, it might have to be the case, man. What can I do? You know what I mean? What can your boy do? No options. Absolutely no options. Let's get a Ralts down. And the next turn we can just go ahead and get Zoroark. Right. Yeah, so what I was saying was that Pokemon, that EX that's coming out with that has swords for teeth. I don't know its name, I'm sorry. But it's a basic Pokemon that is really strong. Miraidon, a basic Pokemon EX that is really strong, right? And although Miraidon's not a card that has that 1-hit KO potential, it has a very powerful ability, right? But they're easily KO'd by these evolution Pokemon, which are going to be more powerful. So it seems like they're going into what Pokemon TCG should be about anyway, which is if you take the time to evolve and develop your Pokemon, which is a core concept of Pokemon in general, it's obviously you're going to have better decks effectively or more power. I know I am waffling a little bit, I think. I can't lie. I'm just trying to find a way to articulate what I'm thinking, and it's quite difficult, if I'm going to be honest. Let's get damage here. Anyway, I don't think the format's going to be at its best pace until all the V-Stars and stuff are gone. So I would be very curious to see if I'm correct on that. Kind of would like to be wrong just for the sake of this deck and for the sake of the game. There's another one. And look, seriously, I'm not joking. 5-win streak here. All the decks I've been coming up against that you've seen in this video have been in a row, as you can tell by the discussion points. So, yeah. Do you know, I'll either keep talking now and we'll wait for this to find a game. So I can really let you know that these aren't handpicking, okay? This is just what I'm getting at the end of the day. I think have I played this? No, I haven't played this Donny before. But yeah, if it does slow down in the way that I hope, then this Zoroark deck could be really strong, I think. Apart from its obvious glaring faults, the fact that although this isn't path weak like all other Zoroark decks are, it is still just weak because you have to have 260 on the Zoroark. Did think about putting Gardevoir down. There's Greninja. See, different kind of deck there. Well, let's see what we get from this. Tails. A scoop. Okay. All right. See, this is what I have to put up with, man. There's the 6th. We'll go into the next one now. And for those saying go into tournaments, there's no one in tournaments right now. It's early in the morning. Well, actually, no, it's afternoon, just early afternoon for me, but there's no one about. What can I do? We're playing something with something, but again, yeah, yeah. Look, I know to a lot of you, you'd be like, oh, this is great. Easy wins, just constant steaming through the ladder, all that jazz, right? Ladder rewards, yada, yada, yada. But as you all know, oh, we're playing a cast form deck. Okay, we're playing a deck. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. It's a shame our Gapejaw's going to get bounced all the time. But oh well. Okay, all right. Playing a deck is fine for me. It is fine for me. Kind of done. Do you know what? I can research this hand away. Do you know what? I'm going to research this hand away. How about that? How about that, mate? Yeah, got 2 Kirlias. That's fine. Wait, was that 1 or was that 2? I don't remember. I kind of just glanced over that for a second. Yeah, look at that. Sure, let's go. Let's do it. All right, sweet. Lovely stuff. What was I saying? Yeah, so although for you lot, it might be, oh, sure, look, you get loads of wins, nice and easy. I'll say it all the time on my videos. I like a fun, fair matchup. I think they're the best to watch, the most entertaining, and the most rewarding to win. And when you lose those kind of games as well, it's like, oh, do you know what? It was a fair match. I tried and it just didn't work out. It's not as salty, right? Because you've both had a fighting chance. When a game is minimized in its RNG to a point where it's skill that determined who won, which is obviously the main goal at the end of the day for everyone building their decks and playing, right? You want it to be your skill rather than RNG, right? They say, oh, to be fair, there is a skill, arguably, debatably, a skill in minimizing RNG, which I think is true. I say debatably because some people disagree, but I fully agree that there is a skill in minimizing the effects of RNG, of which I clearly do not have. Those are the best games. Those are the most fun games. Oh, I could Cyllene, actually. Let's go for a Cyllene. We've got time. Yeah, let's just bring another Kirlia back. Let's have some fun. Lovely. Beautiful stuff. But I like those matchups. So now that I'm sitting here being, paired up with... That was actually stupid, wasn't it? I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, because yeah, that was dumb. I don't know why I did that. No, wait, trust me, we're fine. For sure, we're fine. We're fine, bro. Easy. Call me part of the fine bros. We're fine. Absolutely fine. Let's get you down, actually. Yeah, it's fine. Trust me. Capturing Aroma. Flip heads. Easy. Okay, maybe not. Oh, I love the old Aroma, eh? Look at you. Do I even void return here? Nah, we'll chill. We'll chill. Yeah, I like the fun matchups that are skill based because they're fun to play, they're rewarding to win. It's understandable to lose. It's one thing losing because of RNG. It's another thing losing because of your skill. If you lose because of your skill, then it's fine, right? That's a good thing. It means you have control. It means you can develop your skill and try and get better. If you lose because of like an RNG, let's say like bad prizing, it's far easier to become salty because it's not your fault at that point. It just is what it is, which is the nature of the game. But I'm waffling. Point is, I like the games that are fair and skill-based and entertaining. And this kind of matchup is actually not what I want in the slightest, right? Not what I want at all, because I'm just going to stomp on these people. And that's not ego talking. It's just fact. Like, I am doing that. And I don't want to do that. Your boy don't want to come out here with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I want to have a fair matchup. It's going to discourage the opponents. And they're going to be sitting there going, what am I even doing with myself here? There's no point. It's just stomping. And then they just scoop. And then there's like no game. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We're getting to a point now where at least we're matching up against some builds. And I'm not doing this, by the way, to take a dump, so to speak, for lack of being unable to swear on these people for their decks. They're just casual players. Nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, most of the people who play are just casual players. More power to you, man. I'm a casual player. I just ended up going down this content road. So, yeah, no harm to them. They can do what they want and have a good time. But for me, I want to match up against people who, are trying. And are playing, let's say, a top-tier deck, then they want to see how it goes and all that jazz, and really going to put their all into a game, which obviously you're not going to see that much on the ladder in general, right? And you will see more so in PTCGL because of the ranked ladder, which is good. But I don't know. It's actually quite an interesting topic, isn't it, to be fair? It's like, do you constantly want to come up against meta decks? Or do you want to mix? I think a mix sounds good. A mix of like, right, you come up against some meta stuff, and then at the same time, you, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So we don't need to Gapejaw just yet. In fact, we don't need to do anything just yet. Biggest hitters are these ones, so we'll start bossing them up and just swinging at them. I can get Buddy Catch Gallade next turn, actually. And get another boss. Maybe I shouldn't have Pal Padded so early, because I can get basically 4 bosses out, which would be really nice. But that's fine. But yeah, it's a good topic of discussion, that. But, oh well. I think for me it'd be more of a blend, ultimately speaking, because you want to have your deck tested on display, right? Effectively coming up against something good to see how it fares, right? That's like, okay, you're putting it to the test, but then you also want some entertaining matchups. That's really cool though, powerful energy. I do like that. What's this one do? So, draw until you have 6 in your hand. Okay. Ah, do you know what's funny? I was actually going to take a look at this deck soon. I actually was going to take a look at cast form. Oh, hey, look at that. And I guess this is where Cheren's Care starts to show its worth. So I'll just pick this bad boy up. Yeah, so this still has that potential of Arceus, which is, you know, pick up and heal, which again is another point of, I wouldn't say reference, so to speak, but another thing that's going for it that I think is really nice. Don't need that damage pump, don't need the Aurora. Let's get ourselves a Gallade, which can get us, well, it's only going to get us Research and Judge. Maybe I'll just get a Zoroark then. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, there we go. Lovely. I'll just go for another swing. Absolutely wonderful. So we've got to get 3 KOs here. Maybe I'm getting let's not get too complacent, Shawnee boy. They could come in with some swings. Although, if I'm correct, this cast form is the highest attacker for this deck. 150, discard a stadium. If you can't, this attack does nothing. For those who don't know, it's basically you can attack for free if you have 8 or more stadiums in a discard pile. So I did actually want to build a deck on this, like a turbo cast form. But hey, you know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Obviously, what makes it... What the hell? Where did my... Excuse me, sir? Where did my energy go? What? Oh, they played a fan race. Sorry, I'm in my own world, man. It's fine. It's fine. We're comfortably winning here, okay? Comfortably winning. But yeah, I really like this Zoroark deck, though. And by the way, for those wondering, this whole list is post-rotation proof. So you could take... Post-rotation comes, right? You could take this list, copy it, and just whack it into the game, and it's good to go. So you ain't got to worry about adjusting it and replacing cards. This deck... This deck. Oh, man. This is probably waffling. For a second now, I became South African. You see my dick? I wash my dick every morning in the front garden. Oh, gosh. This deck is already in the oven and coming to its final minutes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, this can deal with us, I guess. That's interesting. But I just wanted to explore it because of its 1 KO potential. Just on that basis alone. It's like, oh, it's a deck that actually can set up quite well, can do what Arceus looks to do, and just take Okos, you know? Let's go have some fun here. Let's bring Level Ball Gate in. Just for the laughs, you know? Here's an idea. If I move 2 damage counters off, no, that won't. No, that means the 150 would still come in clutch. All right. Well, I am going to thin for the final turbo. If this goes down next turn. Let's check deck and see if we've got it. It's in there. Yep. There we go. Just keep thinning. And get to that points. of the final turbo. Okay, that means next turn we've pretty much got it. So we're just going in again for a ticking curse, and then next turn, it's game. It's game, my friend. It's game, dude. Let's hope. I'll try one more game after this, and I hope to the Lord that I'm able to find something like an Arceus or something. Give me a Lugia, bro. I want to smash a Lugia. You don't want to deal with a Lugia. Although, to be fair, actually, we don't have Parasol, so don't give me Lugia. This is post-rotation. This is after Yveltal, you know? we don't want no Yveltal coming our way right now, actually. All right? Fair dues. We don't want none of that. None of that nonsense in my ass, yeah? None of that. All right, there we go. So we'll just come up with this one, research. And that's us sorted. And we'll try one more game. We'll try another one in there. I might have to leave it as it is, which is unfortunate, but... You know, time's of the essence, and that's going to be game. Imagine that wasn't game, and I just decked myself out. I've done it before. All right, final game. Oh, okay, guys, we're climbing. We're climbing the ladder. Let's go. We are only now basically a few months behind. When was this good? When was this the card that the deck everyone was on about? How long ago was that? Oh, I don't know. This could actually beat us. This could actually beat us. We ain't prepped for the Groudon, bro. We ain't ready for the Groudon. That Groudon fire. Ugh. Danger. Danger, danger. Stranger danger. All right, Gapejaw coming in. Obviously, Manaphy is the first thing dropping on this bench. No questions asked. And then we'll throw down a Ralts. That's nice. Could be greedy and Ultra Ball here, but I'm just going to Judge. We'll throw a Judge down. Let's go. All right, that's nice. Another Ralts to come out. I'm going to save this. I'm actually going to go for a Void Return and go into the Manaphy because I know they're not going to KO anything next turn. So I'm going to the Manaphy. Start using like Aroma and Ultra Ball and stuff like that. Honestly, I just want Ultra Ball and get Zoroark VSTAR out and then just use my VSTAR power. And just draw heavy. You know, that's kind of what I want to do. So we'll see what we can do. I'm assuming they're going to get Groudon going though, because that's probably the right move. So what I need to do is effectively get into a spot now. This is where this is actually going to be a slower game, which I like. We're going to get into a spot now, or need to get into a spot now, where we can build up our board very nicely and just work on boss KOing these two. That's kind of what we need to build up on. Ideally. So maybe we can give them a few cards to KO, you know, throw a Hawlucha in the active or something like that, and just get to a point of getting Buddy Catch Gallade in play so we can guarantee the boss search and energy to attack. And then we'll have to obviously give up one of our Zoroarks to a Groudon, but yeah, we got our work cut out today, actually, which is nice. I like that. We finally got somewhere. Let's see what Aroma gives us. Quick. Do you know what? No, let's not. Time's of the essence. Let's get Zoroark, and then we're going to go for Phantom Star. Although I like the idea of Phantom Star for, like, we're in a sticky situation, need one card per game. I like Phantom Star for that, but there's that Buddy Catch. That's good. That's really good. What can we ditch? Maybe Roxanne? I don't think their hand size is going to matter. This deck doesn't care about that. That's cool. Probably get rid of these two. Just get that Hawlucha down. Actually, to be fair, it would have been nice to get... Yeah, maybe I should have gone for Gengar, because Gengar can get KO'd and then just come back. But that's fine. Throw this up. We still have a supporter for turn, so we can play Cyllene, I guess. Cyllene can get us a Switch. Or... let's think. Okay. I'll behave. Maybe, yeah, Switch seems good. Could just get a Capturing Aroma, to be fair. Oh, maybe get a Level Ball. Yeah, we'll get a Level Ball because we can get another Kirlia. It's guaranteed at that point. That said, this is all top deck, so it's not like we're putting it into the hand. Right, then. So they can take the Hawlucha out if they come up with Groudon. If they come up with Groudon, that's the question, right? Because they might just go for another play. Ah, god damn it. Okay, in that case, I'm just going to have to give them Ralts then, right? Yeah, that sucks, but it does mean I can respond with a KO with Zoroark without needing the boss. And then if they come up, well, what they're going to have to do, of course, is come up with Kraken and charge the other one up, and then I can boss it up. So, right, so now that Switch is kind of dead, we know we're getting a level ball top of the deck, which is kind of good, actually, so I can find myself another Ralts. Boss top deck as well, beautiful. All right, let's get Ralts out. And I don't need to get Buddy... Oh, no. I don't need to Buddy Catch just yet. So... Or do I... No, there's no hand disruption in this deck. So we're just going to go for Groudon. And then next turn we have Boss to go for the next Groudon. Manaphy's still in play to prevent Kyogre from being anything serious. So, yeah. I wonder how many Groudons they play. That's my concern. I'm just going to come with Kyogre. Don't Aqua Storm. Come on. Read the cards, chaboy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. We're at that stage. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh my god, we got Arceus. Oh my gosh, it feels good. It feels good. It feels good. Alrighty then. So, let me think this bad boy through. I think we get rid of the boss here and just get ourselves that Zoroark. Oh, okay. So, now, I actually has been a little bit of time, if I'm going to be honest, since that last game that you saw. I did initially find another game, and it was a Luxray. But midway through that game, it was a Luxray that did 50 damage, 3 energy attached, so it was going to be a comfortable win for me. But throughout that game, I got a call from my therapist, which is... Oh, don't tell me, by the way. Please tell me that the game audio wasn't playing there. It might have been. I'm sorry if it was, but it's fixed now. What the hell? Did they just Caitlyn? Okay, we're not out of the shadows yet, people. We're not out of the trenches just yet. All right, fine. All right, that's pretty cool, though. I like that we've managed to get all these things. Yeah, I'm looking to get some therapy for something. Nothing major. Well, to me, it's important, but personal. But, yeah, they called me, and it's an important phone call, so I was like, okay, I've got to take that. I've got to take the thing. I've got to do the thing, you know. Do I get another Kirlia or another Ralts? I think I'd go for Kirlia. Oh, no, I should have gone Ralts with Gapejaw. Yeah, that was a bad move. Well, we still have our V-Star power. So let's use that. Don't like getting rid of the turbo, but it's okay. We do need, however, damage pump's really nice. I'm glad we got that. That means, to be fair, yeah, Gengar's definitely coming out. Right, yeah, definitely coming out. There's no doubt about that. Then we get another... Yeah, we get you down. Pardon me. And we want to effectively thin our hand here. We wanted to get that switch, basically. We want that switch. Really badly want that switch. So we need to get rid of probably... Because I'm going to start using refinement here. Start digging, man. Go let me dig. Let me dig, bro. Give it a diggity dig. That's a no-go. Get rid of the 1 damage pump. That's fine. Man, that sucks. All right, is what it is. If they KO this Kirlia, it's fine. We've got damage spread across the board. This is exactly what I like. Setting up really, really well. And we're good to move. Yeah, still got time to finish this game, though. So that's good news. That's good news. Oh, okay. Arceus Aggron. 270 will 1-hit KO me with ease. And in fact, the Hawlucha is going to be massive here because I believe this has... Well, actually, it's 310 now, thanks to Gapejaw. But if they get a fresh one out healed, we need to hit 330, which is Hawlucha's cue to shine at that point. Right, I really don't want to manually retreat. In fact, this could be a Gallade turn. I actually don't mind that. I don't mind that. That's not bad, is it? Coming with Gallade, 1-hit KO Arceus because we hit it for weakness. Oh my god, this is perfect. Gallade will hit... So this will actually be 180 minus 20 is 160. We hit 320. Jesus Christ. I should have used... I got excited. I'm sorry. It's fine. I'm just going to double blade. Screw it. I should have used refinement, I know. But look at us. Gallade coming in and proving its worth. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the Gallade's really good here, of course, because not only does it hit Arceus weakness, but it will hit Miraidon. So if you're coming up against Miraidon deck, Gallade is going to be clutch, especially because it plays a ton of Vs. So that's going to be really good for that kind of matchup, especially when you have that walled. Oh no, to be fair, if you are hitting big with Zoroark VSTAR, you can still go through. Like, one of the more powerful cards in that Miraidon list is actually Regieleki V. Oh, that's tough. All right, let's do this, I guess. That does suck, but it's not the end of the world. We can bring Gengar back, so we are somewhat Avery proof. And on top of that, that does free up space for the Hawlucha. So if we were to need it, and we only need the one buddy catcher anyway to really do what we want to do. So that's fine. Okay, so they've gone ahead and did 90, whatever. All right, what's going on in the deck, by the way? So we still have the chance for that one more. Okay, that's fine. That's all good. I think we refinement this bad boy. I would like to go into my Zoroark now because we could get a KO here. That's good. Yeah, Zoroark does get the KO, right? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, just bring Gengar out. I think we had it anyway, but sure. Let's bring you out, that's beautiful. And let's just take that KO, and then we have Serena for game. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? This is a post-rotation list. We're not even playing some of the cards in this deck that are available to us and would benefit us. We're just here like, nah, bro, we're Gucci. I'm glad that we've got a game now where it's, although it's very speedy on our part, well, you know, this is actually genuinely a deck that has seen play here and there. You know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Interestingly enough, that they promote the Arceus and not the Magnemite, which is funny because they're just giving up, basically. Hey, I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you. Zoroark's a bit of an oppressor. You know, it is what it is. There we go. There we go. Should we put an end to this wild video? I think we do. Oh my God. Finally, we got a good game. But I know it's not really the way I usually format my videos, but I guess it was interesting to not only discuss the deck a bit more, you know, coming up against card decks that we can just beat comfortably gives us that time to kind of just discuss rather than focus too much on gameplay, which was nice. And on top of that, being able to, you know, see, as I said, that gradual growth of Elo in one video is very interesting because I think it proves the premise of Elo for any doubters out there. Elo is real and there's your proof. Doesn't really matter anyway because, you know, a week's time we're going to be in PTCGL. So, you know, it doesn't really matter too much, but it was just interesting to see in its dying hours, PTCGO show what's under the hood truly, which is really nice, I guess, in some way. And also, it was nice to actually finally, you know, get a decent game on that Arceus, even though we just absolutely destroyed it very quickly. But yeah, really fun deck, really interesting concept in my opinion. I really do enjoy it. And I think it's something that I might even pick up myself to play post-rotation just for the fun of it, right? I think it's a really cool deck. It has a lot of potential behind it. Maybe go for, I do like the idea of Melanie builds though, the Melanie version, because this deck, you know, draws big hands anyway. Melanie helps that. So I don't see why not. You could reduce, you know, maybe drop down the 2 Serenas, and just mess things with things a little bit to accommodate more for that kind of build. You know, Radiant Greninja and all that jazz. I'd love to explore that kind of build, actually, to be fair. But then again, you're more just kind of going into the Melanie build of Zoroark I originally made, which I think had a lot of... Oh, I don't know if that was post-rotation proof. But anyway, that said, Zoroark's interesting. Very interesting post-rotation. It's a very easy, low-maintenance attacker that you can one-hit KO. And without the likes of Lugia coming in and oppressing. And with having the availability, with having things like Miltank going out and all that kind of stuff. What was it that really held Zoroark back? I think it was Lost Box as well, right? Lost Box definitely held it back, which we don't really have much of an answer to be fair. We're talking the single prize Lost Box. But even that's taken a bit of a decline. So yeah, it's loads of different decks are going to be showing its worth post-rotation So it's going to be very, very fun to see how that all pans out. And I think Zoroark deserves to be in the mix. And this is kind of my take on that. So yeah, I'm going to stop waffling now. Let's, bye-bye. Yeah. Okay.